50 people gone in a single night. And the most painful part of this story is that the people of that village saw it coming. They begged for help and nobody came. That is the story of Zamfara today, and you need to hear every single detail. In the early hours of this Friday, February 21, 2026, news broke that armed bandits had carried out one of the deadliest single-night attacks Zamfara state has seen in recent times. The target was Duten Dan Aia village, also reported in some accounts as Tongan Dutse, located in the Anka and Bukuyum local government areas of Zamfara state. What happened there between Thursday evening and the early hours of Friday morning is the kind of thing that shakes you to your core. It started at around 5 p.m. on Thursday. A convoy of over 150 motorcycles, each one carrying an armed man, rolled into the outskirts of the community. Before anyone could fully understand what was happening, these attackers did something calculated and deliberate. They spread out and blocked every single road, every path, every escape route leading in and out of the village. They sealed the community shut like a trap. Nobody could run. Nobody could get help from outside. Nobody was coming in. And then they opened fire. For more than 10 hours, from 5 p.m. Thursday evening until approximately 3:30 a.m. on Friday morning, the shooting did not stop. Buildings were set on fire. Residents who tried to run were shot on sight. Women and children were dragged away into the surrounding forest. By the time the attackers finally left, bodies were lying everywhere. A lawmaker representing Bukuyum South, Hamisu A. Faru, confirmed to Reuters that at least 50 people had been killed, with the bandits moving from one village to another as they went, leaving a trail of death behind them. Trending videos on social media showed the victims' bodies wrapped in white cloth, lined up side by side, ready for a mass burial. The images are heartbreaking. Now here is where the story becomes truly infuriating. One day before the attack, residents of that village had already seen those 150-plus motorcycles. They saw armed men moving through the area in broad daylight. And they did what any responsible community would do. They contacted security forces. They alerted local authorities. They reported exactly what they saw. A survivor, 41-year-old Abdullahi Sani, who lost 3 members of his own family in the attack, confirmed this. He said the warning was ignored. No security personnel responded. No intervention came. And so the bandits came back the next day, this time to kill. No one slept, Sani said. We are all in pain. If this story is gripping you right now, and it should, do yourself a favor and subscribe to this channel and hit the like button. We cover stories like this every single day so that these communities are not forgotten, and your support is what makes that possible. Now back to the story, because there is a detail here that will genuinely leave you speechless. This massacre in Zamfara happened less than 48 hours after the Zamfara state government held a high-profile ceremony to launch newly acquired security equipment, including surveillance drones, all designed to fight insecurity in the state. Governor Dauda Lawal stood alongside Nigeria's Minister of Defense, General Christopher Musa, to unveil these tools with great confidence and great fanfare. 2 days later, more than 50 people were massacred in the same state. 2 days. The governor has since directed his deputy, Mani Mumini, to travel to the community and deliver his condolences to the bereaved families. The Zamfara State Police Command spokesperson, however, did not answer calls or respond to messages seeking a comment. And this attack does not exist in isolation. It is part of a pattern that is becoming more frequent and more deadly. Just 3 days earlier, on February 18, gunmen killed dozens of people and razed 7 entire villages in neighboring Kebbi State. On February 13, the Lakurawa terrorist group attacked Maganho community in Sokoto State, killing 5 people and stealing livestock. On February 3rd, bandits killed 21 residents in Doma Town, Katsina State, destroying a 6-month peace agreement that community had painstakingly negotiated with the same gunmen. The northwest of Nigeria is not just under threat, it is under siege. Security experts are weighing in on what is driving this surge. Akin Ade, a security analyst, pointed directly to the United States military strike on bandit camps on Christmas Day, December 25, 2025. He argued that while the strike disrupted the bandit structure, it also scattered them into communities that had previously known relative calm. Displaced from their usual territories, these groups are now launching desperate, uncoordinated attacks on softer targets, exactly like the farming villages of Zamfara. Abdurazak Hamzat, executive director of the Foundation for Peace Professionals, was equally blunt. He said without a permanent localized security presence that truly understands the terrain on the ground, no amount of centralized military effort will break this cycle. The killings, he warned, will continue. Right now, as you are watching, families in Zamfara are grieving. Communities are displaced, and somewhere deep in the forests of that state, an unknown number of women and children who were abducted that night are still missing, with their families having no idea whether they are alive or dead. Traditional leaders and local government officials are still trying to compile a full list of the missing. The number may yet rise. This is the Nigeria that many people in the south and in the cities never see on their timelines. These are real people with names, with children, with farms they tend every morning, and they are being wiped out in the night while the rest of the world sleeps. If this story moved something in you today, please hit that like button right now and share this video. Let more people know what is happening. Subscribe to this channel if you have not already done so, because silence is exactly what the perpetrators of these attacks are counting on. Now, let us talk about this. Do you think the Nigerian government is doing enough? Should the response to banditry in the northwest be more aggressive, or is there a smarter approach that is being overlooked? Drop your honest thoughts in the comments below. This is a conversation that every Nigerian and every person who cares about humanity needs to be having right now.